So in today's tutorial, I'll take you through a step-by-step guide on how you can use Google Notebook LM. So Notebook LM is Google's AI research and note-taking assistant in the sense that it's a notebook language model, meaning it provides answers to questions that you ask based on sources that you upload into your notebook. So it doesn't work like ChatGPT. With Notebook LM, it's your learning assistant, but based on sources that you provide. Let's take a look at how you can access Notebook LM. In order to do that, you're going to open your Chrome browser, then you navigate your mouse to Google Apps. If you're using a Chrome browser, it's easier for you to access Notebook LM, but in a situation whereby you're not using a Chrome browser, you can just type Notebook LM inside your search bar and you can select Notebook LM from this option as well. So let's go back to our Google Apps and we are going to select Notebook LM from this option. So this is how Notebook LM interface looks like. Over here, you can change the layout. So we have grid and list. And when you select list, you're going to have this. But when you go with a grid option, you're going to have something like this. Let's proceed by creating a new notebook. So we go ahead and create a new notebook over here. This is the space where you will be doing everything. So this is a notebook. We are inside a notebook. Okay, see it as an exercise book. When you open an exercise book, the pages inside the exercise book. So this is a notebook. And the first thing we need to do is to give our notebook a name. So we are going to type virtual assistant over here. After naming your notebook, you can create a new notebook in case you want extra notebook with regards to the one that you've already created. So you can create notebooks by clicking on create notebook. And the moment you do that, you have a fresh notebook that you can work with. In case you want to go back to your previous notebook, what you're going to do is you navigate your mouse to the notebook LM icon. So you click on this icon, then you can see all your notebooks being displayed over here for you. So we are going to go with our first notebook that we created, which is the virtual assistant. Now, in case you're working on a notebook and you need to share it with other people, you can select this option and then share your notebook with whoever you want to share your notebook with. All you have to do is type the email address over here inside this box. So you can type anything at all that you want and you can notify the person. So when you send the invite, the person will be notified that, hey, this person wants you to collaborate on their notebook or they want you to see something on their notebook. And then you can, when you leave this to restricted, it means that only people with access can open this link. But when you select the drop down, anyone at all with this link can open your notebook. And when you make it public, it means everybody has access to your notebook, which is not recommendable. So you can make it anyone with a link or you can leave it at restricted. Now, when you head over to the settings, we have Notebook LM Help. In case you want to know more about Notebook LM, make sure to leave a comment and I would respond to them. And then you can send feedback to Google in case you are doing something you don't understand. You can also leave a comment and I'll respond to them. But in case you want to send a feedback to Google, you can do that as well. And then there's the output language. So this is way more than this particular tutorial. We'll be talking more about Notebook LM. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any other tutorial. And then those who like the dark mode options, you can select this. So currently I am using light mode, but you can select dark mode and you have this nice appearance over here. So this is how your notebook is going to look like when you turn on the dark mode option. Now that we've seen the overview of Notebook LM, the second thing we need to do is to start adding our sources. In order to add your sources, make sure to click on add source. So make sure to look for this add source, the plus sign, and then you click on it. So clicking on that, it will bring you to this option whereby you can upload files. So the kinds of files that you can upload: PDF files, Google Docs files, Microsoft Word files, PowerPoint, and everything included. And then you can also have links to websites. You can insert links and then you can have files from your drive, and you can also copy text from the internet and paste it over here. So now we are going to upload some PDFs. So I'll go ahead and upload the sources, but you can upload more than 3 sources, okay? So you don't have to limit yourself to the number of sources that you can upload. You can upload as many as you want. And you can also search the web for new sources. So searching the web for new sources in such a way that over here, I want to type virtual assistant materials. You go ahead and select best sources from the web in case you want the web to assist you. When you do that, and then you're going to click on this arrow sign, and it's going to search websites that or articles that can help you with your learning. You can see that after searching the web, it has given us a few articles or websites that we can have a look at, and it's listing the sources. It says 7 more sources that we can have a look at. You can import all of these sources inside your notebook. The ones you don't like, you can uncheck them. So you can uncheck the ones that you don't want, and then it will not be added. So you can remove the source, click on delete, and then it will be removed for you. Okay, so that is how it works. You can also look for fast research in such a way that in case you are learning something and accidentally you come across something inside your notebook you don't understand, you can do a quick research by just typing whatever you are having a challenge with over here, and then you click on the fast or quick research result, and then you click on this arrow, and it's going to give you a couple of resources that you can have a look at. So now that we have all of our sources, the next thing we are going to do is to auto label our sources by topic, and make sure to select all of your sources because that is what your notebook is going to use to guide you in your learning process. We'll navigate our mouse to auto label sources by topic, and we select that, and then it's going to auto label our sources based on different topics for us. So we have AI virtual assistant, we have professional skills, and we have virtual assistant fundamentals. This is the chat panel that you can use inside your notebook. So we'll go over to the sources that we want to use. We are not going to select all the sources. So in instances whereby you don't want to use all the sources, make sure that you don't select all of them. If you select all of them, it's going to go through all of them and provide answers for you. So we'll go with the first one, which is AI virtual assistant. We are going to select that. Then we go ahead to type. So I'm going to tell Notebook to summarize this document for me. So it has summarized this particular document based on the source that I selected. Over here, I selected AI virtual assistant, and it has summarized the document for me. You can go ahead and ask further questions. It's an assistant. It's here to help you to learn any material at all that you want. So now that we are done with that, make sure that you go through this. You take your time and go through this because it's very, very helpful. Now that we are done with the chat panel, let's take a look at some of these amazing features that we have inside our notebook. We have audio overview. So this particular one makes an AI podcast based on your sources. So as I have selected AI virtual assistant over here, I can decide to generate an audio overview by clicking on this, and it's going to turn the whole source into an audio podcast that you can listen to. So as it's able to generate the audio for you, the same thing applies to video overview. You can get an explainer video presented to you by AI based on the sources that you provided. And you can also generate a report. So if I have a report summary inside my source, all I have to do is click on report, and it's going to generate a report. So I can create a report of my own. I can have a briefing document, I can have a study guide, and then I can generate a blog post. So let's look at the other ones as well. So you can generate a quiz, interactive quizzes. You can let AI help you quiz yourself based on the materials that you have. All you have to do is just click on quiz, and then it's going to generate a couple of quizzes for you. You can also generate data tables, same as mind map. So you click on this, and it's going to generate a mind map for us, and then we can have some flashcards. So like I said earlier, take your time and go through this because it's really, really helpful, and it has a lot of things that you can explore with. And there's also the slide deck. So the slide deck helps you to generate presentations based on your source, and then you can also have infographic. So the slide deck and then the infographic are still in testing phases, but then you can always explore. Okay, take your time and just go through some of these things. So now our assistant mind map is ready. We're going to click on this, and we have it over here. So this is our mind map. We have some key industry trends over here. So this arrow gives us the opportunity to know more or look more into what we are talking about. It gives you the opportunity to have more overview. Same for this. When you click on this, you're going to have just more and more and more and more and more. So it's very interesting. You can also view your sources over here. Now when we head back to our studio and we click on our assistant quiz, we have some quizzes here that can help us to learn. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment and I would respond to them. There'll be more tutorials on Notebook LM, so make sure to subscribe to their channel so that you don't miss out on any of these. And I'll see you in the next video.